what's up everybody? Good to see you. This is Kevin. Thanks for joining me here at Midwest Woodcraft. Today I'm out here to do something really fun. This is going to be my entry for the One Stick Fire Challenge over at the Spirit of the Woods group on Facebook. If you're not familiar with Spirit of the Woods, I highly recommend you get over there and check them out. Really awesome group run by awesome people. Really enjoy my time over there. Really enjoy the content over there. And right now they got something really awesome going on. They got a series of weekly challenges. Fellow member Jake Lewis put up this challenge a couple weeks ago. Week number 1 was a tri-stick. He kind of had his version of a tri-stick he wanted to carve, so several of us got in on that. I appreciate you letting me in a little late to the party, bud. Able to get that in, and now we're on number 2 of the challenge, the One Stick Fire. So we all kind of know what the purpose of this is. You have a stick, one stick. This one here is a little bit wet. You can see it's wet on that end, wet around the end there, kind of dry in the center, kind of wet on the outside here. Hopefully what we're going to find in here is good dry wood. And if you're in a situation in an area where everything's wet, you can't find tinder, you happen not to bring any tinder with you or anything like that, you find yourself in a true emergency situation where everything's just saturated, can't find any dry tinder, any fire prep to make your fire, that's where the One Stick Fire comes in. You can bust into this little package and hopefully what's in the center here will be dry enough to get your fire going. So I don't know if I'm going to record this whole process. I failed, I did a little rookie mistake, failed to check the battery life and everything before we left, so I want to make sure I get the whole thing in. So we'll probably just be doing little clips as we go. But we'll be either using the axe or batoning this down, I'm not really sure yet, maybe a little bit of both. We'll be busting this down to manageable pieces, and then we will be creating our tinder, kindling, and everything from this one stick. I want to thank Jake Lewis for putting up this challenge. He's also put up one of his personal blades, really awesome looking blade. I do apologize, I can't remember the name of the maker, but I do remember it was an awesome looking knife. And then Bart Rumling as well has put up a knife that he made. Another awesome looking blade. I really appreciate you guys' generosity. If I do happen to be lucky enough to win this challenge, I will probably be passing these on to beginners. As a lot of you know, Midwest Woodcraft has a kind of an upstart school going on. And a lot of times we have beginners come in, they don't really know what gear they need. They get a little frustrated because maybe they don't have the gear they need to complete a deliverable or a challenge. So somebody shows great interest, I'd really like to have something to lend to them, or even maybe to pass on to them if it's something that they want to keep pursuing, you know, pursuing to develop their skill set. So really appreciate you guys' generosity. Those are kind of my plans if I do happen to win. But we're going to get going on with this One Stick Fire, and hopefully I got enough battery to finish her up here. So stick with me. Kind of concerned about my baton here. It's kind of scrawny. This is a piece of river birch. And like Jake, I kind of broke my baton. I kind of peeled the bark of it off. Actually don't feel super dry in there. Hopefully this half baton will okay, so obviously I'm going to have to go harvest a different baton or use one of these halves for my baton for a while. Just goes to show you, make sure you're prepared and you got the right stuff. I got lazy there. Well, Jake, I can relate to the struggling because my birch, I know it isn't splitting very well. But that's alright, we'll get her. I've had this sitting around in my yard for probably close to a year. I actually harvested this river birch last year. I was collecting some for Brian Sells. He wanted to try out some river birch. We don't have this a lot in my area, but you can find a stand of river birch here and there. I know a few spots. Not there. Hopefully that'll be enough little stuff. I'll set some medium stuff down. Time to make some fuzz. This is when I really love my LT right here. Okay, I think I'll call that good. Between this to catch my spark from my ferro rod and then this to go from there, I think I should be good. Alright, let's give her a try. Other stick up here. Get everything to stay up there. See, it's a little more damp than I thought. So. Can you believe that? She went out. Well, I definitely got too carried away with adding stuff too quick. That's for sure. So, lesson learned there. Or probably not. Put all this stuff back in here so it stays dry, because it has dried out quite a bit. Alright, take two. Got me some more fuzz here. Just flip upside down. Very stubborn. You hear it sizzling. That's why they call it a challenge. And that's why I came out and did it while it was wet. trying to spread it around a little bit. Place this bigger stuff around it so it can dry here. Alright, so now while that's trying to take off, we'll get our water going here. Well guys, I apologize. I don't know how much I missed. My camera did end up dying and I didn't hear it, so I'm not sure what all I missed, but we got our tri-stick from the first challenge, using it as our pot hook, and we have our little pot hanging here. And you can hear the moisture in this wood. I'm going to have to put the camera down and attend to this fire here in a minute, but that's why she was a little bit of a struggle getting going. But I'm going to tend to this fire a little bit, and I'll be back with you when we get a little closer to boiling. We're just now kind of getting bubbles on the bottom. Really starting to bubble now, so she'll be boiling any time. Fire's really starting to take off too, so you can still hear that moisture in there though. Could have used that wind earlier. Actually, it looks like it's boiling a lot better off camera than on camera, so I'm going to leave it rolling just a little bit longer so there's no doubt. We had a rolling boil. That looked pretty good there. Well, I appreciate it, Jake. Appreciated all the other entries. Y'all are doing an awesome job. So I can't wait to see what the next challenge is. Thanks for watching, everybody.